Hi everyone, Joe here with another Fallout 76 video. Are you strapped for cash? Do you need a quick infusion of caps? Have you sold your daily max to the vendors? You could loot some cap stashes. Today we're going to look at a relatively quick way of accumulating caps by collecting stashes and try to answer the question, are cap stash runs worth the effort? So let's jump in. This is the first of two cap stash run videos I'll be making. Some might say these cap stash runs are no longer valuable since the stashes don't give as many caps as they used to, and since it may take a day or more before the stashes refill. In this run, we're going to see if the addition of One Wasteland makes it so you can earn lots of XP while gathering up the cap stashes, making it a worthwhile activity. The goal here is to collect as many cap stashes as we can within an hour of gameplay, with as few fast travel jumps as possible. I'll keep a running total of how much we earn and spend on this run. As we go, we may find some stashes missing. You can just server hop around until you find one where the stash has spawned in. I've marked the places in this video where I've spliced in footage from server hops. Full disclosure, in order to capture all of the gameplay footage in this cap stash run, I did also switch between two characters. In this run, we'll be staying in exterior cells as much as possible, only going outside at 3 locations. This is to save time. There are 2 locations where parkour is necessary to reach the stashes, so the marsupial mutation or a jetpack will be needed to reach them. We'll need 2 perk cards. The first is Cap Collector, preferably with max rank. That will give us a chance to find more valuable stashes. The second is Travel Agent, so that the few fast travel jumps we do will only cost 1 or 2 caps. For the most part, we'll just run from location to location. If you have one, use a caps bobblehead to make the cap stashes we find as valuable as possible. The bobblehead lasts for 1 hour, which is why we have a time limit. The run will go from east to west, starting at the Middle Mountain Cabins, through the White Springs Resort, down Route 87, up into Charleston, going to the Poseidon Energy Plant, and finishing up at the Kanawha Nuka plant. We'll start the run at the Middle Mountain Cabins. Watch out for yaoguai or honeybeasts in this location. Once we clear them out, we'll go to the cabin farthest to the east, or the left-handmost cabin as you enter the site. Go through the door, and besides finding rad roaches, you'll see a cast iron stove right in front of you. Open the door to the stove, and find the stash inside. Next, we'll spend 1 cap to fast travel to the Blackwater Mine, where there are 2 cap stashes. Watch out for the mole miners. Go through the gate, and just to the left of the dumpster in front of you is the first stash. Then go past the warehouses. Look for a barrel on the left before you reach the forklift. The second stash is next to the barrel. Next, we'll run past the White Springs train station towards the White Springs service entrance. I'll speed this up. There are 4 stashes we'll be picking up at the White Springs. The first one is on the roof of the service entrance. Just run up the hill and jump on the roof. The stash is next to this skeleton. Now we're going to drop off the roof and go inside the service entrance. This is the first interior cell we'll go into. Run through the warehouse area, through the lounge, down the stairs, past the military wing, straight down the hall towards the resort exit. Before you get there, turn right into the security checkpoint. You may have to wait for the Assaultron to move, Then go to the very end. Hidden behind a broken door is the second stash. Next, we'll fast travel to the White Springs bunker. Since we have the travel agent card equipped and since it's so close, this jump is free. When you spawn in, just turn around, run down the road to the guard post. The stash is in the trash can next to the desk. Exit the guard post and run due west until we join a road. Follow the road all the way through the golf course towards the west until you reach another guard post. This one may be under attack, so be ready. The stash is on a shelf to the left of the door. Now we're going to fast travel to the Overlook cabin, which will cost us 3 caps. When we get there, we're going to run straight ahead. You can jump upstairs like I did, or you can just go straight through the door. Our goal is to go to the collapsed room immediately to the right. Watch out for Scorched while you're there. In the collapsed room, there's a cabinet with a stash on it. You can jump up or you can crawl around to get to the stash. To get to our next location, just turn around and go back out the way you came, and then up the hill across the road to the Hornwright Summer Villa. This is a place where you're going to need marsupial or a jetpack to get to. What I like to do is run up this hill, turn around, jump up on the roof here, and then again onto the balcony. The stash is next to the stairs, right in front of you. We're going to cross the road again to go to Sugarmaple. Hop the fence to go into the back of the house. Watch out for the mongrel dogs. The stash will be inside the open safe in the pond. You'll see the stash here is actually missing, so after a server hop, you'll appear on the other side of the building. Just go around to the back again. And there it is in the safe. Now we're going to continue further west to a raider location, the Kill Box. Climb up the stairs and into the broken down room at the very top. The stash will be on a box just to the left as you walk in. What we're going to do now is exit this building and run further west across the road again to the Riverside Manor. After fighting our way past the Scorch and the mole rats, we'll go behind the house to the garage. Inside, past the destroyed car, just to the left of the cabinets is the next stash. Just turn to the right through the door into the second interior cell that we will be going into. Go up the spiral staircase, go through the door into the hallway, and into the first room on the right. This is the children's room, and underneath the bunk bed to the left, you'll see the next stash. Now we're going to fight our way out of the building to the west exit. What we're going to do is continue following the road to the west. This is a bit of a long run. As we go, on the left-hand side is a random spawn point where, in this case, I encountered super mutants. Our goal is to get to an unmarked location, which is the second house on the left. What we're going to do is go behind the house and jump up to the upper floor. You'll find the cap stash on the top bunk of the bed. Our next fast travel hop will be to the Charleston Capitol building, which will cost us 1 cap. We're going to deviate from the plan a little here and jump down and head east to kill the Grafton monster. It's always good for a few caps. Heading west again, we're going to run through Charleston, down the path of the Responder's physical fitness test until we get to a tall building on the left with a fire escape. We're going to go all the way up the fire escape and through the doors. In the receptionist area, there's a broken terminal with a cap stash inside. Now turn around and go through the door behind you. Drop down onto the bridge and into the next building. Jump across the collapsed floor and find the cap stash on the dresser. After exiting the building and getting back on the road, we're going to continue running west. As we head that way, I like to cross the rail bridge here to see if the traveling responder vendor bot happens to show up. I'll probably make a video about it sometime, but right now we're headed to the mother lode of cap stashes, the Poseidon energy plant. There are 13 cap stashes there, but we're going after 11 of them to save time on loading in and out of interior cells. So here we go. We'll fight our way through the Scorched, past the workshop, to the stash on the crates to the right. Next, we'll avoid landmines and cross the road to the protesters' camp. We'll go to the last tent on the left. The stash is under an end table at the back of the tent. Turn around and head to the tree. Just under the tree is a barrel with a cap stash sitting on it. Now we're going to go back across the road, fighting off Scorched. Follow the rail bridge past the waste barrels to the stairs. You'll see that there's a sloped conveyor belt. We're going to go across that conveyor belt, but to get there, up the stairs we go. We're going to kill off more Scorched, and here's the conveyor. Cross it, and using marsupial or a jetpack, jump these pipes. Go all the way to the end and you'll find a skeleton with chems, a cooler, and a cap stash. Sometimes a bobblehead too. We're going to turn around and go back up the conveyor. Run across and up the stairs to the next level. Fighting off more Scorched and a turret as we go. We're going to run into the office pod. The stash is in the last filing cabinet on the left. As we exit the office, we're going to take a little shortcut by jumping up on this machinery. Then we're going to drop down to the next level down. The stash is on the machinery in front of you. Now just turn around and drop down to the next level and turn right. There's a stash on the right. Now we're going to go into the cooling towers. Go down the catwalk and then go into the far cooling tower. What we're going to do as we fight our way up the catwalks is to go all the way to the top. The stash is next to some radioactive waste barrels. Now we're going to go into the other cooling tower. Once again, run all the way up the catwalks until you get to the very top. The stash is in the office at the top, on top of a safe. We're going to run down to the next level of the catwalks. to the very end, and you'll find the cap stash on a metal cabinet. I think I may have done that backwards, since we now need to go back up in order to go inside the power station. Oh well. We're going to go into the final interior cell, and we're going to head to the control room. Once inside, go to the control computer, and then turn around. The cap stash is in the drawer directly behind you. And now we're going to fast travel to our final location, the Kanawha Nuka Cola plant. We'll spend 3 caps to get there. When you spawn in, just run straight across the bridge and turn right into the parking lot. There's an office pod ahead of you with a scavenger inside. Go past her and look inside the broken terminal for the next stash. Exit the pod and immediately turn right. Head up the stairs onto the roof of the plant. When you get to the roof, go across to another set of stairs in front of you. Watch out for the rad rats. The stash will be in a cabinet to the left. Now we're going to turn around and go back the way we came, but instead of going down the stairs off the roof, we're going to turn left. After we cross this bridge, watch out for feral ghouls. In this locked office is the next stash. It is located on the desk immediately as you enter. However, since I've been using an explosive weapon, it was knocked off the desk and onto the floor. And that's it. We've completed the run in about 45 minutes. So is the reward worth it? I've earned 1,343 caps while also fighting enemies who were mostly level 50, thanks to the introduction of One Wasteland. So my mid-level character was able to gain a level during the run. I could have taken the extra 15 minutes to go after other cap stashes or to kill more enemies for more XP. Otherwise, 1,343 caps and a level up in less than 45 minutes? Well, that's not bad. But to be honest, it's not great either. You can sell up to 1,400 caps worth of items daily to the vendors, and having your own shops in your camp can supplement that income. Since it takes so long for cap stashes to respawn after you loot them, it's not an income method you can really use on a daily basis. The only benefits of a stash run are that you don't have to rely on other players buying your stuff, which opens another conversation which may be the subject of a future video. And that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments section if these cap stash runs are worth the effort, or what other ways you have for earning caps quickly. Were there any cap stashes that I missed on this run that you think should be added? Would you like to see a video about finding the traveling responder vendor bot and why you'd want to do that? Also, let me know if there are any other videos you'd like to see in the future. In my next video, we'll be looking at another concentration of cap stashes in Morgantown. And we'll definitely need marsupial or a jetpack for that run. And, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another Fallout 76 video.